Chapter 1 and 2 sample problem. So, let's start. So, first convert muna natin yung km to mm. So, sample is this one, yung 6.8 km. I-convert natin siya into mm. So, yung step 1 is check muna natin kung ano yung bigger unit and yung smaller unit. So, dito kasi, bigger unit is km. So, pupunta siya sa smaller unit. So, ang gagawin natin is i-multiply. So, we're going to step 2, which is yung multiplication, magiging 10 raised to 6 siya or yung 1 million. So, for step 3 is i-convert na natin siya. So, yung 6.8 na km, i-multiply natin siya by 10 raised to 6 or by 1 million mm. So, yung magiging sagot is yung 6.8 times 10 raised to 6 mm or yung 6,800,000. So, ganun lang mag-convert from bigger to smaller unit. So, kapag nag-convert naman tayo ng micro, um, papuntang papuntang A. So, ang gagawin natin, baliktad naman siya. So, smaller unit to bigger unit. So, kapag ganito is, ang rule natin is magdi-divide tayo. So, yung factor is yung multiply natin yung 1,000 times 1,000. So, 10 raised to 6 pa rin siya. Kaso sa case na to, smaller to bigger, so i-divide natin. So, 5.8 micro, di-divide natin siya to 10 raised to 6 or to 1m, magiging 0.000005.8a siya. So, kapag ka naman 38m into mm, so, ang equivalent ng 1m is 1,000 mm. So, dito, i-convert natin from bigger to smaller units. So, same process, i-multiply natin siya. So, 38 times 1,000 is equals to 38,000 mm. So, kapag ka 297 into centimeters naman, yung 1 cm is equivalent siya into 10 mm. So, dito magko-convert tayo ng smaller to bigger unit. So, kailangan natin mag-divide. So, since yung 297 na mm, yung 10 mm daw doon is equivalent to 1 centimeter. So, i-divide natin siya. And makukuha nating sagot is 29.7 cm or 29.7 centimeter. So, paano naman kapag grams to kg? So, dito, smaller unit, which is yung grams, papunta siyang bigger unit na kilogram. So, i-divide din natin siya. So, sa 1 kilogram, meron tayong 1,000 grams. So, kung ang i-convert natin is 220 grams into kilogram, so, divide lang natin yung 1 kilo into 1,000 grams muna. Then, cancel natin, di ba, 220 grams. Cancel natin yung mga gram na unit, tapos, i-divide natin yung 220 to 1,000. So, magiging 0.22 kg. So, yun yung equivalent niya to kilograms. So, ito naman, yung 52 kilograms, pagpapunta naman siyang grams, so, kg is bigger, then magiging smaller unit siya, which is naka-grams nga. Therefore, yung gagawin natin is multiplication naman. So, multiply natin yung 1,000 grams dun sa 52 kg. So, ang magiging sagot dito is 52,000 grams. So, ganun lang yung pag-convert. So, kapag ka naman meron tayong given na mass na 22 kilograms and yung volume natin is yung 8.1 m raised to 3 or cube. Para makuha natin yung density niya, gamitin natin yung formula na mass over volume. So, yung mass natin dito, stated sa problem is 22 kg. Then, i-divide natin siya dun sa volume. Yung volume na given is yung 8.1 m cube. So, pag sinolve natin siya, magiging 2.71 kilogram M3 siya. So, ito another example. Um, yung cube natin, meron siyang mass na 90 grams. Then yung volume na nakalagay dito is yung 8 cm cube. So, um, para makuha natin yung density na naka-kgm, M3 is, i-convert muna natin siya. So, i-convert natin siya into kg m raised to 3, then i-multiply natin yung 1,000. So, ang magiging sagot niya na dito sa part na to is yung 11,250 kg m raised to 3. Nangyari yon kasi nag-cancel out muna tayo ng mga nung symbol ng G and yung cm raised to 3, pati yung mga zero i-cancel natin. Since para ma-simplify yung isosolve natin. So, dito sa 11.25 over 1, imumultiply natin siya sa 1 kg over 1, then imumultiply ulit natin sa 1,000 over 1 m raised to 3. Kaya siya nag-arrive sa 11,250 kg m raised to 3. So, ito, kapag yung volume and density yung given or yung mga nakalagay, then kapag ang hahanapin naman is mass, i-rearrange lang natin yung formula. Magiging M is equals to V times P. So, yun yung magiging formula if ang hinahanap naman natin is yung mass or mass yung tinatanong na value. So, eto, meron tayong density ng copper, which is yung 9G cm raised to 3. So, yung hahanapin natin dito is yung mass kapag yung volume niya daw ay 5 cm. So, for the data, yung, yung volume is 5 cm raised to 3. Then, yung density daw is yung 9G cm raised to 3. So, yung formula na gagamitin natin, since yung tinatanong na dito is mass, magiging M is equals to V multiplied by P. So, i-substitute lang natin yung mga given. So, 5 cm raised to 3 over 1, i-multiply natin siya sa density, which is yung 9G over 1 cm raised to 3. So, ang naging sagot is dahil nag-cancel out yung mga unit ni cm raised to 3, which is yung left na lang na unit is yung G or yung grams, magiging 9 times 5, so 45 grams. So, yung mass niya will be 45 grams. So, ito naman, kapag yung volume, kung yung mass naman daw niya is naging 63. So, volume yung hinahanap dito. So, to get volume, yung formula is V is equals to M over P. So, dito, i-substitute muna natin yung mga given dun sa formula. So, yung 63, yun yung mass natin. Then, yung density natin is yung 9, tapos i-multiply ng natin, cancel natin yung G since pareho silang may G. So, ang matitira unit is yung cm. So, pagka sinimplify natin, yung magiging sagot is yung 7 cm is 3. So, yun yung pag ang hinahanap naman natin is volume. So, again, yung formula for volume is V is equals to M. Yung M is yung mass. Then yung P, ito yung density. So, pag volume yung hinahanap, yun yung formula na gamitin natin. So, ito. meron tayong problem na a car travels from one city to another. So, meron siyang na-travel na 96 km in span of 1.2 hours. So, yung tanong dito is ano yung average speed ng car? So, first is yung naka-km per hour, then yung um, ms. So, yung solution, ayan, nakalagay na dito for average speed. Kailangan lang natin um, i-substitute yung distance covered. So, pag sinabi nating distance covered, ito yung kung gaano kalayo yung na-consume or na-travel nung sasakyan. So, as stated in the problem, it is 96 km. Then, yung time taken, since it is also stated na 1.2 hours, so pag sinolve natin siya, magiging 80 km per hour siya. So, for solution B, so alam na natin yung km per hour niya is 80 km per hour. So, i-substitute na lang natin siya, then ang gagawin natin is i-convert natin siya into ms. So, yung 80 km is i-convert natin. So, 3.6 i-divide natin dun sa 80, magiging 22.2 ms yung sagot. So, ito, for example 3, a person rides a bicycle 2 km east, then 2 km north. So, the trip takes 2 hours daw. So, yung unang tanong is average speed. So, formula for average speed, again, is yung total distance over time taken. So, yung total distance niya is naging 4 kasi 2 km east plus 2 km north is equals to 4 km. Then, yung time taken, since it is already indicated na it consumes 2 hours dun sa trip, then, pagka sinubstitute natin yung 4, di-divide natin siya by 2, magiging 2 km per hour. For part B, yung average velocity or kapag yung tanong is ano yung velocity, so take natin yung total displacement which is yung total is 2.82, then time taken, same lang naman, 2 hours. So, magiging sagot is pag minultiply, ay pag sinolve natin, magiging 1.41 km H northeast. So, yun yung magiging sagot niya. So, ay sorry. So, ito yung last, yung knowing that the moon takes 28 days to make one complete revolution around the Earth. So, ang kailangan nating i-calculate dito is kung ano yung kanyang average speed. So, solution for this one is i-convert muna natin yung 28 days kasi kalagay dito, moon takes 28 days. So, i-convert natin yung 28 days to seconds. So, ito yung detailed na conversion natin. Kapag ka days to seconds, so 28 days times 24 hours divided by day, times yung 60 minutes per hour, then yung 60 seconds, so naka-minute siya. So, ito yung magiging total niya. 2, 2,419,200 seconds. So, since nakuha na natin yung conversion, ngayon calculate naman natin yung length of the circumference. So, dito, ito yung distance traveled nung moon dun sa journey niya for 28 days. So, consider natin na yung rotation niya is this one, 384,000. Then yung km is 384 million. So, simplify natin siya. Multiply natin yung 2 times pi times r. So, makakalculate natin yung average velocity. So, ito yung formula. Yung second na kinonvert natin nung una, 28 to seconds, Tapos, over natin yung nakalagay na L, which is ito yung length of circumference. So, length of circumference divided by yung conversion of 28 days to seconds, magiging 997.331 ms. So, yan yung pinakasagot dun sa knowing the moon takes 28 days para dun sa complete revolution niya. So, kapag ka-average velocity or yung speed yung hinahanap, ito yung formula and yung solution. So, yung sagot would be 997.331 ms. So, yun lang.